Big week coming up for cryptocurrencies. We're hearing by midweek we should get the word that the Bitcoin ETF has been approved. We should get a launch date. And in the face of that, what are we seeing? A sea of red out there. Just red everywhere. Is this a sell the event type of deal? Probably, but I ain't selling nothing. We know when you look at the grand scheme of things, we're getting closer to an actual crypto bull run. Whether that starts next week, 6 months from now, we're too close to be playing games, at least for me. I'm not some master trader, just trying to make sure I have everything set and ready to rock and roll. Now, I am looking to add value if that situation presents itself. And if it keeps up like this, hey, just very well may. Now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, yeah, it's pretty flat here, isn't it? You see Solana on the 7-day down almost 15%. We heard that sucker was going to go straight through the gates of Valhalla right to the moon. It's not. It's pulling back like everything else. It's a tough market out there. We'll see things progress. I don't need to be a fortune teller here. We'll sit back and watch how it all plays out. But make no mistake, if that Bitcoin ETF gets across the finish line, will be an absolutely big deal. Saw a lot of people booming on Twitter about this. They're posting, they looked up this ETP, exchange traded product. It was an XRP ETP. It was actually launched in 2019. From what I can tell, it's a failed product. I don't see any trading volume at all in it anymore. It's probably dead. But people are trying to make it sound like, oh, they're getting ready to launch an XRP ETF. Boom, boom, boom. That ain't happening, people. This is just some nonsense. This is something that someone launched in 2019, and it doesn't look like there's any trading. It looks like pretty much a dead product this point in time. I don't know, when people clearly know it's fake, why they do that. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we, stumble across something, we think something's there. That's okay. But most of the people retweeting this, they know better. They know that there's not an XRP ETF getting ready to launch. You can just Google the name of it, and it comes up again. It was April 2019. This was originally launched, and it's nothing to boom about. And again, I think it's cratered. I think it's went under. Nothing there. SEC, they're issuing this crypto FOMO warning. And most people are thinking, they're getting ready to launch this ETF, and they don't want people piling into it, acting recklessly. So they went ahead and put this FOMO warning out to the market so people stop and think about what they're doing. Probably a pretty good idea. I can tell you right now what's going to happen when crypto gets crazy. A lot of people haven't had no exposure. We've been around a long time. We've seen what can happen. We understand, what we're playing with here. A lot of people have no idea. I guarantee you some knuckleheads at the top are just going to dump everything they got. Retirement accounts, brokerage accounts, just dump everything at the very wrong time into this asset class and lose it all, or lose a great, deal of it. It's, sad to see, but it will happen. I can almost guarantee it. So SEC trying to front run that a little bit. At least they can say we told you so. Looks like another indicator that we are going to see a Bitcoin ETF in the near future here. Grayscale dropping Matic from their large cap crypto fund here and adding AVAX and XRP as they rebalance the fund. We talked about this here about a day ago. Maybe because Matic was named an illegal security in some of those ancillary lawsuits is why they dropped it. I don't know. Maybe they just are now replacing it with AVAX and XRP. Whatever, Matic's still a great coin. I don't think it'll have a big problem with regulators or with the SEC. I still like Matic myself, but I think now they can include XRP makes sense. It is, of course, a large cap crypto. And AVAX, a big powerhouse layer 1 smart contract coin. Not one that I have, but doesn't mean it's not great. I think this move makes sense, pulling out the Ethereum layer 2 or Ethereum sidechain, whatever the heck it is. Even though it's a powerhouse, I think these two should be put in there ahead of Matic. We're seeing some theories about Satoshi, this 26 Bitcoin payment that was sent to his Genesis wallet. Jeremy Hogan is thinking, well, maybe this is an attempt to compel Satoshi Nakamoto to reveal his identity, because some people have heard that there's a new requirement. If you receive more than $10,000, you need to report that now to the IRS. Don't construe this as tax advice or legal advice, but if you read through it, if you receive over $10,000 in the course of your trade or business. So this payment, this gift, would not trigger that new requirement that came into effect January of this year. What kind of things would? Let's say you run a Mercedes-Benz dealership and someone comes in and buys a G-Wagon and slaps down some duffel bags of cash on your desk. You need to report that. That's a cash transaction over $10,000. There's some paperwork you fill out, send it to the IRS. They may or may not take a look at it, but it's an indicator. If you're running around making purchases with that kind of cash, there could be something there they want to look at. Well, now they're expanding that from just cash to now crypto assets. So you go in there with your thumb drive, you buy your G-Wagon, the dealership will write out a report and send it in. So again, it has to be within your trade or business, this transaction. Doesn't mean just because you received, a payment of $10,000 or someone sent you a gift of $10,000. Totally different issue here. Further, if Satoshi's not coming forward for billions of dollars, I don't think a reporting requirement like this is going to do it. Good guess, though, by Jeremy Hogan. I got to tell you, I don't have anything better. I have no idea other than it was a mistake. That's pretty much all I got. I have no idea. I hope we find out what was really behind that very interesting transaction. Again, it went to the Genesis wallet where Satoshi had the very first 50 Bitcoin that was mined ever, and you can never spend those Bitcoin. It's a dead wallet, essentially. Doesn't mean, though, that he couldn't activate that if he wanted to, and he could take those 26 Bitcoin and all the other gifts he's received over time. The whole wallet's not dead, just those original 50 coins. Interesting transaction in the history of cryptocurrencies, and there's a ton of them out there if you dig around. Lastly, we're seeing these rumors about all this money that BlackRock is going to throw into the crypto space. What I can tell you they're not likely to do is just take all their investors' funds and blow up Bitcoin and use their money to shoot the price up. It don't work like that. They're not stupid. They're not going to run the market up for our benefit. They'll be smart on how they layer their investment in, just like the rest of us are looking for a good price. So I don't look for this bonanza where they just pile everything into the crypto market and shoot the price of Bitcoin up to some catastrophic number. I do think that once it's announced, we'll see a nice run. It's a big historic moment. People will see a lot of FOMO, but I don't think it'll be BlackRock pushing that price up. Not how they're normally going to act. Let me know what you think down below. And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Inc.